Yo, 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 what's up, everybody? You listen to the RIP 28 podcast where regular guys talk about real things. You just listen to the sounds of Hero with the single Freedom. Make sure y'all check it out on all your media platforms. The boy Bumpin', man, he up and coming. I think it's going to be good, man. Hey, I got my boys with me. I got my boy Dre. What's up, man? Introduce yourself.
What's going on, y'all? What's your boy? G5 Monster, reporting live from the Big D, Detroit, for y'all that don't know no better.
For sure. I got my boy L. Beezy.
Yo, it's Beezy the Great, the educator's educator, ready to get real, talk about this thing.
I got my boy Slizz.
What's going on, brothers? What's going on, man? Out here just trying to have a little bit of fun today and enjoy ourselves here on the RIP 28 podcast.
So, hey, make sure y'all listen to us, man. Y'all like, subscribe, whatever it is on Twitter, Facebook, all your social media sites, Spotify and YouTube. Make sure y'all get on that too, man, and subscribe to us, man. We about to do some big things. Be one of the first people to get up on it. All right, well, we're going to get started. So today's topic is the effects of social media on society. All right. I did a little bit of research on this, and that's all the statistics I'll talk about today. But I looked up in 2005, it was about 5% of adults that use social media, and now in 2020, it's up to 75%. So I mean, everybody's using social media. It's a big platform. I mean, it's used for good and bad, all kind of stuff, man. So I think it's a good topic to talk about. Actually, on my phone, I got this thing that texts out weekly about screen time. Man, you know, I'll be like, dang, I can't believe I was 7 hours on the phone this week. You know what I mean? So, I mean, it is a big deal. All right. You got so many different sites, you know, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat, TikTok. Hey, it's getting to the point now, people rather use that than text people or talk to them on the phone. I know my kids, they don't even have anybody's phone number. Actually, that's how they communicate is through this social media. So it's a big deal, man. So we're gonna get to the first question, and it'll be brief on this first one. So I'm just say, you know, give a brief discussion on what you think social media, how you think social media is affecting society as a whole. Let's start out with LeBron.
Well, man, to be honest with you, like you said, it's been good and bad. Just like with anything, it has its pros and its cons. But I've seen it used for good things and bad things. It's just that I think it's taken over a lot of kids' lives, man. It's really taken out the physical activity element of the kids' life. And I think there are other activities that are suffering due to the usage of social media and the modern technology.
I hear you, man. Hey, Dre, what you got about it?
Well, me personally, I just feel like social media has been a tool that's been used and has turned people into almost characters that they truly are not. Like, everybody's kind of living in a fantasy world through social media because, of course, people don't know you. They don't know, you know, how we know each other from growing up. Like, you know, y'all know who I am. I know who y'all are. But on social media, don't nobody know what y'all know about me, so I can paint a different picture and actually be another, you know, person that I might have wished I could have been, or maybe just wanted to be. I can paint this fake image, and I can live behind it. And like I say, there's thousands of people would just believe it because they just don't know. So yeah, social media is definitely used as a tool to create a fantasy world that, you know, we live in. And like I say, it's amazing how people have just fallen into the hole. Like I say, it's always like a monkey see, monkey do type of situation.
I hear you, man. All right, Sly, what you got on the topic, bro?
Well, you know me, man. Social media is the place where all the lies are born. You know what I'm saying? It's you got to take the good and the bad with social media Because you look at stuff, it's so easy to communicate with people. It's so easy to get in touch with somebody on the other side of the world or meet new people and hear new ideas that we would have never been exposed to, you know, when we was coming up, stuff we would have never thought about. But on the other hand, it's so much fake news out there. There's so many lies and so many stories out there. You don't know what to really believe when you go to social media. So to me, social media is kind of the good and the bad. It's the devil and the angel. You know, it's a lot that's just you just got to pick and choose.
Yeah, I feel you on that, man. Hey, you definitely right, man. All of y'all had some good points there, but I'm gonna go on to my first question. All right, so I'm gonna jump on in there. How y'all think the effects of dating compared to before we had all these platforms are with social media? Sly, we're gonna run back with you.
You know, it's definitely affected and changed the way you are on the scene now. I think back to me and most of us coming up, we had to actually know how to talk to a girl. You actually had to have a little bit of courage and confidence to get out there and meet her in public or see her in a club and pull her to the side and talk to her. But a lot of times, man, you know, I cover a lot of kids in sports and stuff, and I talk to a lot of teenagers, and a lot of them, a lot of young people, you know, they meet whoever they're interested in. They see their Instagram page, and they have full-blown conversations and stuff with them on Instagram before they even met. So a lot of that shyness and nervousness about meeting somebody in person, they don't have it when they've been talking to them on the internet for a month. But you try to get those same kids in a setting, and it's a girl on one side of the room, won't none of them get up and walk over to the other side of the room and talk to them, you know?
Yeah, good point. All right, LeBron, what you think, brother?
I'm gonna piggyback off of Sly, man. It's definitely given a lot of, not just guys, a lot of girls have given them a lot of courage to approach people and put their become Instagram and TikTok famous. So it's definitely helped with self-confidence. And but the dating game, man, is these kids, they don't really know how to talk to the opposite sex, man, without a phone or a computer in their hand, man. It has to be technology driven. They just don't have those interpersonal skills to talk to people now. It's giving a cover up for people in their conversations.
Good deal, man. All right, Dre, you the last one. What's up?
Well, my outlook on the whole situation, I mean, it definitely opens the board up for you to be able to contact a female or a guy, you know, regardless if they live in your area or, you know, in your region or across the country, you know. But like I said, once again, this goes back to this painted image. So I was like, of course, everybody's going to post their best pictures on social media. You know, when they dress, you know, they might be renting a suit for a wedding. You know, they're going to post that picture so you can see what they look like when they cleaned up. Or, you know, vice versa, female, you know, she's a bridesmaid, she's in a nice dress or whatever. And they, you know, got rented red bottoms. You don't know what's going on. So they paint these pictures and like you said, everybody, you know, jumping in each other's DM, you know, based off the image. And they, you know, they go from there. Like you said, they just all of a sudden start talking and they haven't physically met in person. And so it's, I mean, like I say, to some small degree, it's a good thing because, like you say, it doesn't make it so intimidating because a face-to-face encounter is way more intimidating than just typing on the phone and in person seeing it, hoping you get a response. Because if a girl don't like, you know, she necessarily got to respond to your DM and it is what it is. But at the same time, it's also like it's manipulating, you know, personal skills because, like you say, you don't have the confidence to speak to someone of the opposite sex or even the same sex if that's the way you go. You don't have the confidence to approach that person because you're so busy, you know, using social media or just typing on your phone that you don't even know what to say. And she's right there, or he or she, whoever, is right there in your face. And you can't even say that because you don't know where to start. So, like I said, you got to take the good with the bad.
Yeah, I guess I'm a little fortunate. I ain't been in that social media game since MySpace and collegeclub.com back in the day. But I see these days these folks got filters and everything. So you see him on social media, then you see him in real life, you be like, who is this? You be like, this ain't the same person that I signed up to talk to. But hey, good points by everybody. All right, my next question is, while I do think it's a good way to stay connected to people that you wouldn't otherwise be able to, I also think it can get you in trouble, like in the DMs and messengers and stuff like that. What you guys think about that?
Hey, you know what? You said I'm talking about getting in trouble with the DM and messages. See, it worked. That get in trouble, you can get in trouble on a whole bunch of different levels when it comes to that DM and that messenger. Because one thing about a text or Facebook, whatever, you can't tell tone. You know what I'm saying? So it's certain stuff you can say to somebody in their face and you can understand as being joking or you can understand as being sarcastic. But when you type it, it just reads a whole lot different. And a lot of times, however it reads is however that person who's reading it, however they feel, that's how they're going to take it. So you might be typing something in a whole completely different way. And boom, they might be in a bad mood or their self-esteem might be low and they see it the wrong way and you totally messed up, man. Yeah, man, that DMs get you in trouble, man. You can be having an innocent conversation with a homegirl and your wife read that text. Your wife might not see it that same way that you thought it was.
True statement. All right, who next?
Hey man, it's like this. Those things are a gift and a curse. When you talking about having a wife, man, it's all about how you interpret and infer what somebody's saying. I try not to send out anything that's gonna be looked at sideways, man. I try to just keep it clean and let it go from there, man, because those words that you type can come back to bite you in the end. And like you said, it could be innocent, but it's the way the person on the other end takes it. And it could be taken a whole different way and start a whole different situation that you didn't even want to start or had no intent to do. So be careful how you send those messages, DM Sly.
Yeah, I be getting misread all the time, man. I say, hey, she might want to sit on my face, and they take that the wrong way. No, it's innocent.
All it is shivering, man, giving her a place to be comfortable.
Exactly.
Hospitality, my brother.
Oh my God, y'all boys, y'all a mess, man. But anyway, yeah, the DMs definitely can go left, and they can go right. I mean, but when you, like you say, you're in a relationship, you're married. I mean, me personally, I just don't even respond. I just delete it and cancel it. There ain't no need to even go any further than that because, like you say, you misinterpret it, and then now you got a mess in your own household. So, you like you say, it's about just manning up or womaning up and just being able to resist the temptation. It could be an old flame, or it might be somebody that you actually was interested in years ago, and here they come. So, you just like you say, you gotta watch what you do, how you move, and be able to resist, and and just basically never, overstep your boundaries on what you need to do and take care of.
For sure. Hey, one thing I think about the DMs and messages, man, anybody can take a picture of it, a snapshot. You think you deleted it or something, but it's always out there, bro. So y'all be careful, man. Hey, I ain't never, got in trouble on social media or nothing like that, but I done seen a whole bunch of people who have, and the ramifications have been great in some instances. But here we go. Next question. Gray, you got a 14-year-old, Sly. How old your boy? 10, 11, 12?
11.
11. And Brian, you got a little one, but I know you got some other kids that you deal with, man. So my next topic is kids and social media. How you guys feel about that, and how do you manage that as a parent as far as them being on social media?
Man, I try to put up all the parental guidance that you can, man. I know my son is small. He's 3, but I just got it on like he can only get on kid sites. But with me working in high schools and being an educator in the elementary world, man, I see some damaging effects of social media, man, and things that kids use that as a bullying tool, bullying mechanism. And I've seen spats on social media and different games actually be brought to school and have some bad results. So I just think it's about how the parents monitor and how mature the kid is, because you can't put it all on the parent because you can't monitor everything your child does. You just have to hope and teach your child the right way to use social media, because it has good and bad. But it's just about how your child uses it and the maturity of the child.
So, hey man, I done lived in South Carolina, Memphis, Kansas City, and now I live in Arkansas. And my kids were of age where social media was there, so they got friends in pretty much all states. So that's a good thing. But like you said, there are some negative things that can come with that. All right, Sly, what say you, brother?
I think with mine's 11, and he is kind of hitting that stage where he's really aware of social media, but for him, I'm more worried about the video game side, because he's playing Fortnite and, Roblox and all this stuff like that. And they have people talking to you online. You talk trash to each other while they playing the games. And so, sometimes them conversations can get a little bit raw, and hell, to be honest with you, still most of the kids talking raw to you anyway. Most of the kids talking most of the mess. So it's like, how do I police that? How do I worry about that? The conversations and stuff that can go on with that, and then he getting to that age with the internet, with everything being so available. Not only do I have to worry about social media, I got to worry about making sure he ain't on Pornhub. Get to that age where you start to get a little curious. So
don't let him see your phone.
Hey, make sure you get those browsers down, Sly, because I know where that Pornhub come from, but that ain't my business. That's none of my business, and it's not my lane.
I got to remember the last page I was on to make sure he don't change it and go to another one.
Is that your excuse, Sly?
You know how Google and all that stuff is. All you got to do is type in 2 or 3 letters, and it'll throw some stuff up. But Dre, it's on you, brother.
Oh yeah, like you said, I got a 14-year-old, and he's to be honest, he's a little naive, but at the same time, he's still kind of coming into his own, like far as when it comes to females. So he's in the beginning stages. So I ain't necessarily worried about the social media because he doesn't have that outgoing personality. He's not one to kind of, just kind of blabber and talk about anything and everything. And so he's, like I say, he's not, I don't even think, matter of fact, I don't even think he got a Facebook, or I think he might got Snapchat. He don't got no Instagram. He's not on Twitter. He's not on TikTok. I think he, like I say, he just got the Snapchat. And but to be honest with you, the biggest thing that I was worried about was the text messages, because he was like, one boy had took a private shot. He sent it to a girl, and just that quick, that text message got sent around the whole 8th grade, and even came around to his phone. Of course, he didn't want to see it. But, they just was sending it out. You know what I'm saying? Of course, he told me about everything. I give him credit. He don't try to hide anything. He's pretty, vocal about, things or issues that, you don't understand. So he told me about it. So I told, I told him, this is what guys do. You shouldn't be doing that. So I told him, that picture gonna be in the internet forever and all that good stuff. So like that, it was sending out fights. It didn't matter what was going on. If anything happened at that school, it was getting text through everybody. So it was more text message than social media. So, but like I said, from my perspective, I'm lucky. But like my little one, my little girl who's on the way up, I don't know, social media might be a whole nother beast in the next 15, 16 years.
Yeah, you never know. You never know. Hey, I had a situation around here at the high school, the local high school here. You know, they had some pictures that were inappropriate circulating through the school, man. A bunch of them kids got suspended. So I mean, I definitely understand what you're saying, man. It can get you in trouble for sure. Like cyber bullying and all that stuff. Folks getting expelled for stuff like that. So make sure everybody out there, make sure y'all monitoring your kids. You know, put your stuff on your phone where you can lock them out and all that other good stuff. Brian, you had something?
Yeah, one quick point, man. When you was talking about cyberbullying, man, it's led to a lot of suicides too, man. I mean, I don't know the numbers. I haven't done much research, but I know being around kids that the suicide rate has gone up and the suicide attempt rate has gone up due to cyberbullying, man. So I just hope kids learn to be responsible with that internet and just use it for the good. And just think about how positive that is, because we grew up, well, all we had was the card catalog at school, man. We couldn't even get on there and do a report because we didn't have those tools. So just using and let them be responsible, man, because there's some good stuff out there and helping kids get recruited and showing their talent all across different avenues and across the board. So it's some good stuff out there, man. Just use it for the right things.
Hey, you know another thing, man, something Dre said that was real important. Dre said about the line of communication he have with his son. He said, you know, his 14-year-old can come to him and talk to him and they can kind of hash a lot of the stuff out and figure some of the stuff out together. I think that's super, super, super important, you know, in this world that we live in now. Man, you got to be able to talk to your kid. You know, even if you don't want, you know, even if y'all don't want to talk or don't know what he's talking about, you still need to talk to him. Because I look at my 11-year-old, and my 11-year-old talked to me about some stuff. I got no idea what the hell he talking about, man. He talking about Pokemon and all this type of stuff, and he'd be like, "This is a Digimon. That's supposed." I still don't know what the hell he talking about, but I stand there and I just nod my head. I'm like, "Yeah, you know, whatever." I just want him to know that he can talk to me about anything, you know, even if I don't know what the hell going on.
Hey, man. Hey, you look like one of them Pokemons, but we ain't gonna go there.
I look like Sexy Mon.
You know, he look like Blackie Mon. He look like Blackie Mon.
All right. Next question, man. And I think y'all gonna like this one, man. Keyboard gangsters, man.
Oh.
Hey, some people talk real crazy to people on social media, man. But if they saw you face to face or in person, totally different story. What's y'all thoughts on these keyboard gangsters?
Let me jump on this one real quick, bro, because like what I do with me broadcasting games, doing play-by-play for these games, you hear a lot of people talk a lot of trash, and I do a lot of high school games, so you hear a lot of people talk a lot of trash about kids. You know, oh, this kid is garbage. This kid ain't all that. You know, I would drag him. I would do this. I would do that. And sometimes it gets downright insulting. Sometimes it gets violent, you know, online violent. But when I walk into the gym, everybody know who I am when I walk in the gym. I sit right there on the floor with my headset on, with my SUV TV shirt on. Everybody know who I am. But I ain't never had nobody walk up to me and say I ain't like what you said, or say or talk that trash now. You know what I'm saying? You know, maybe I'm a big guy. You know, I might be bigger than the next man, but it's a whole lot of keyboard gangsters. There's a whole lot of ones out there who talk a lot of trash. But when you see them in real life, you know, we all that bass in their voice went to. We wonder.
So,
Right. Well, I definitely can speak on that. I played a game myself. That's where the G5 Monster comes from. So like especially like playing NBA 2K, that's a very serious video game for those that don't know. And it's very competitive. It's almost like us going to the gym in real life. Like it's just that competitive. So of course, you know, like Sly was saying, like the first is soon as you miss one shot, oh, you trash, oh, you this, and oh, you that. So of course, you know, as soon as they make a mistake, then you responding right back with the same terminology. Then you know, oh, where you at? Where you at? I'm gonna pull up. I'm gonna pull up. So one guy, you know, we got into it. So I was like, I said, you gonna pull up? I said, what I told him? No. He said, I'll kill you. I'll kill you. I said, boy, you ain't ready to go to prison. You ain't ready to spend the rest of your life in prison. So he was like, how old you is? How old you is? I said, it don't matter how old I am. I said, I just know you ain't ready to spend the rest of your life in prison. So then the whole conversation changed. And I was like, you know what? You probably ain't got no car. You probably claim your girl car as your car. You know, I started hitting them with, you know, different facts, you know, so because from my past, you know, I'm like, I already know how you moving. So, of course, his boys ain't saying nothing. They on mute or whatever. So then he's like, man, kick him out the party. Kick him out the party. Because, you know, I done hit a nerve. I done struck a nerve. I done spoke on some truth. You know what I'm saying? From a stranger you don't even know. But at the end of the day, he thought he could, like, basically out-wolf me on a video game and I guess maybe make me punk out or make me fold or whatever. Or make me scared because he said he going to pull up and kill me and all this. And, like, it's just that simple. But at the same time, these young guys take it that serious. You know, like, you literally said you was going to kill me over me getting on you about missing a shot when you try to call me sorry because I missed a shot. Like, that's just how ridiculous
over a video
it is
game
right now. Over a video game. So yeah, it's
crazy.
pretty serious and they pretty tough. But like I said, at the end of the day, you know, real no real. So of course I pulled his car because I knew he wasn't real, and so I shut him down just that fast. But you know that's just how it is. But like I mean, like literally, like in the video game world, it's that serious. Matter of fact, on an extra note, it's so serious to the point where these guys will get your name, get your IP address, and kick you offline, and you can't even get back on your video game to play online for like a good hour or so. Like that's how serious it's got.
Wow.
So yeah, it's deep in the cyber world.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy. All right, LBZ, what you got, bro?
Man, I'm gonna piggyback off Sly, being a high school coach, man. I see it and hear it every day, man. Some of the stuff, it ain't so much keyboard, but it's just so much stuff they say in the stands that after the game, it's not the same vibe, if you understand what I'm saying. Once my my coaching clothes are off and my sweatpants and Timbo boots are on, oh man, coach, y'all lost a tough one. Oh, coach, man, that was a tough decision. Man, well, that ain't what I heard just 30 minutes ago when they were out there missing layups, so I took somebody out the game. But I'm going to let you carry on because now I think with a different method, man. I'm not on a lot of these social media sites anymore. I'm not on Facebook anymore because it got ridiculous. Everybody was a gangster. Man, I remember you from high school when you got cut from the basketball team. When you got this and you did that, but now all of a sudden you buy a gun and or do whatever, but you tough. So I try to stay away from that, man, because that ain't my world, man, no more. I ain't a young man no more. I have to think on the old school level. I have to outthink these young bucks. So I just stay away from it, man.
Yeah, that's funny. You talk about remember when I was in high school, because I vividly recall a bunch of people we went to school with. They on Facebook, and now all of a sudden they the toughest gangster in the whole wide world now. I'm like, oh, where was all when you was young?
Yeah, that's true, man. Like some of the quietest people end up posting the most things on social media. It's like, man, you don't ever talk in real life, but then now we got this platform, you all over the place acting crazy, man. So it is crazy. All right, I got a couple points, man. Well, so I think social media is a great marketing tool. If y'all didn't know this, if you like on Facebook or Instagram or something, every fourth scroll down is an ad. So you go 1, 2, 3, 4, and it's an ad for something. 1, 2, 3, 4, it's an ad for something. So I mean,
Big brother.
And then it's something that you just talked about, or something you looked up on Google or something like that. And I'm like, man, this is crazy, man. I'm like, they listening to us while we talking. It's like I just it kind of it's okay for some things, but then it's like, man, this if they can do this, what else they doing? You know what I mean? But what you guys think about that as far as it's listening? I think your phones are listening to you and recording you and picking data from everything that you talk about.
Let me go ahead and dive into that right quick. If you notice, like when you download any of these apps, the first thing is going, you got to agree to these terms and all of that. And basically, they're already asking, can we monitor your search engine? Basically, that's like you say, that's
nobody
Google.
reading.
Right. Nobody reads them. And then it also asks you, can we listen to your microphone or your speakerphone and things of that nature? So basically, these websites or these apps, should I say, are asking us permission to listen to us. They're asking our permission to watch our search engines. They're asking our permission to basically track everything that we're doing. And so, like you say, Facebook's, is big. Instagram is big. TikTok is big. Snapchat is big. So you done clicked on 4 major websites that's recording all your information and listening to you. Like they got keywords that you can say. And once you speak any of these keywords, bam, that's why you see it in your timeline. So it's almost like, and I'm gonna tell you another thing they did too. They stopped making phones where you can take the battery out, because that was the only way you could stop them from tapping into your phone at any given time. Because you remove the power source, the phone's no good. So now if you look at all phones, you can't take the battery out no more.
Yeah,
so basically, we walking around with a GPS track on us day and night, and it don't even matter if you power your phone off. Like, they still can listen to you. They still can actually see you because they can tap into your camera. Like, you literally have to have like some type of lock seal box to put your phone in that's soundproof, so they can cancel out the speaker. And then of course they couldn't see because it's inside of a box. Like, that's the only way you can close them out. Like that's why it is what it is.
That's crazy. All right. My next thing is y'all talked about this a little bit. Y'all touched on it a little bit earlier, but on social media, like, comparing your life to others can be mentally unhealthy and can lead to jealousy. Like, some people, everybody posts all their business on Facebook. Like, every time they go on vacation, somebody got showing them on the beach, showing them doing this, showing them going out of the country, stuff like that. Maybe not for people in our age group, but some younger people and teenagers and stuff like that. They like, oh my God, they doing this, they doing that. And, this people only show the best parts of their life on these platforms. They ain't gonna show when they struggling or their lights got cut off or something like that. But what you guys think about that? I won't say it's being fake or not being real type thing, but people brag on stuff. Like, I know I show my kid every time my kids have a game or something, I'll put a poster a couple of their plays, any play that I could have caught on my phone or something like that. But the ramifications of other people watching that and being like, man, I wish I had this or had that. What you guys think about that issue?
Man, it is being fake. It is being fake, man. A lot of the stuff you see on Facebook, man. I used to have an uncle. My uncle used to say, man, don't believe nothing you hear and only half of what you see. And that make even more sense now when it comes to Facebook, because I like to look at stuff. I'm a Facebook, Instagram watcher. I look. You know what I'm saying? I don't comment a lot, but damn it, I look. And I see certain people, they'll post a photo of me. They'll post a photo of flashing money or something, saying, oh, life is good. They showing a little bit of money in their hand. But if you go and check their history, you scroll back, I guarantee you'll find that same damn photo, the same exact photo about 4-5 months earlier. You know, they just copying the photo, man. It's so much. If you live your life based off of what you see somebody else doing on Facebook or Instagram, you're a damn fool. It ain't no other way around it, man. If you getting jealous over what somebody else do on Facebook and Instagram, you a damn fool. You are a damn fool. And I honestly, I don't feel sorry for you. I don't feel sorry for you if you get upset and your feelings hurt and you mad because your life ain't what it's supposed to be just because you looking at another picture. Nah, man. Nah. You show me somebody who posts their highs and their lows. I won't see all of that. You don't see all that on Facebook. You might see somebody who posts all their lows. You might definitely see people post all their highs. But you don't see nobody who posts the whole picture.
Yeah, for sure.
Hey, man, I'm with
yeah,
Chance, man. Hey, it's nothing wrong with posting your kids and being a proud father. That's not really, you know what I'm saying, bragging or boasting. That's just being proud of, you know, what you created, what you're cultivating and maturing. The only problem I have is everybody comparing yourself to somebody will get you in trouble. They used to call it trying to keep up with the Joneses. Because Sylvester went on a trip to France don't mean that I need to be going to France. What I need to be doing is what's best for me and the people around me. He may have a different set of responsibilities than me. People forget about that. Some people our age are still living at home. So you having a lot of money, you living with your parents don't say a lot to me.
Yeah.
Now, if you're out here paying bills and you're doing your thing, that's great. If you're not doing your thing, that's on you. I just don't feel like you should post everything, man, because it sets you up. It could come back to bite you. Because I've known people that have gone on vacation and they posted it. I'm be going to such and such for this long, came back, your house robbed. Your house been burglarized. I got this much money and I'm doing all this. Okay, so the people that's robbing houses and jacking people, they know you got X amount of dollars in your house. So now guess what they doing? Now they're gonna come in and now you're on first 48.
The creeper man coming through.
I'm trying to tell you, they're coming to get it, man. What did Life Jenny say? If you're doing too much, I'm coming to get it. And that's what they're doing. Because everybody knows it's just an instant gratification. I don't want to work for it. I want it now. And how do I get it? I wait for Chance to go to work, get paid, and go get his nice 52-inch TV, and I'm going to go in there and I'm going to rob it.
And just let y'all know, man. I only got 32 inches out of my house. I ain't got nothing. Hey, Dre, what you got?
True story. Oh man, I mean, basically everybody pretty much covered the bases, like you said. I mean, I'm not as aggressive as Sly saying that it's fake, but I'm aggressive to the fake part for those who try to act as if that's their regular lifestyle. Mm-hmm. Like, you know, everybody can save money or wait for their tax return. You got 2-3 kids, you know you're gonna get a nice little check back, or you get a little bonus at work, or whatever the case may be, or you work some overtime, you know, make you some, you know, save you up some money so you go somewhere nice. You know, everybody deserves to be treated, you know what I'm saying, once a year at minimum. But for those who try to put on, you know, you got the fake purses, you know, you got these fake belts out here, you know, and you act like, you know, like this is your everyday lifestyle, like you just living like this. And those are the ones who I got a problem with. But at the same time, you don't have to show everybody everything that you're doing, like LeBron said. It's just about, you know, kind of just being honest about it. Like, you know, okay, you took a trip. But like you said, wait till you get back before you post that you got a trip. Don't put it out. Don't put it out immediately. I don't even put it out while you're on the way, because it's like now when everybody look up, it's like, oh, like you say, you gone. I've been to a house party. I know you got nice stuff in your crib. I'm gonna come see about that, you know, or even something else like, okay, say I'm taking a trip with y'all. We're taking a RIP 28 podcast trip to California. Somebody want to holler at my girl. Somebody think they can backdoor me on my lady. They might know where she work at. You know, they might know where she be at. Whatever the case may be, where she hang out with her girls, go have drinks at. They try to go make a move because they know I'm gone. Not saying that my lady would jump, but at the end of the day, it's an opportunity that's there because they know I ain't around. I ain't gonna be with her. Like,
Yeah.
you know, it's just too much information that you feeding out there into the so-called universe, and allowing something, you know, allowing a different action to come from that when you can just wait and say it at a different time. Or you can, you know, you ain't got to post it immediately. Like, you know, it ain't about this instant gratification. You know, I'm like, a lot of times I'm looking like, why everybody so superficial, worrying about how many likes that they get.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like my thing, they should even have the option to see who like whatever you post. Cause see, that's what people are doing. Okay, I got 38 likes. They clicking, they seeing, okay, it's Chance, it's Sly, it's LeBron, it's G5, it's da-da-da-da-da. And then, you know, hell, my wife even do it to me sometimes. She be like, oh, I ain't get my heart from you on Instagram. I'm thinking like I put a permanent heart on your ring finger.
Yeah, for sure, man.
What else you
You know?
want? What else do you want?
Right.
It ain't that crucial.
Right, you know what I'm saying? So it's stuff like that that goes on. But, you know, of course, women are way more prone with the social media than men are. But don't get me wrong, there's some men out there who go just as hard as women do. But like I say, it's just an image that you don't have to post. You know, you don't have to put yourself out there because, like you say, we can rewind this thing back. We can back this thing up to 95, 96, 98. This wasn't going on. The internet was just coming about.
Yeah.
They were still trying to figure out how the hell to go from dial-up to you know, basically getting in line. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was in the beginning. Like, we ain't even had this. Like Sly said, we used to have to get out the car. You used to have to keep a pen and pad on you. Like, the only way the word got out, somebody had to be with you. Right. Somebody had to be with you. Like, if you did beat somebody up, they had to beat somebody out there, so they had to get on the phone and call somebody to tell them, oh, such and such beat such and such up, and then that person would call somebody else. Like, that's how the word used to have to get around. Like, just that, like, it was just like that. But now it's immediate. So, like you said, that's people's lifestyle, that's their choice. Like I said, that's the First Amendment, freedom of speech. Right.
Yeah, anything pop off now, somebody recording it for sure.
Boy,
Right,
hey, it's odds everywhere, Chance. You don't get away with nothing.
no,
If you
not
think
10.
you got away with it, boy, you're a fool. Somebody got it.
Not
They
10.
gonna have your world star, dog.
All right, well, I got about 2 more questions left, guys. So winding down. All right, this is a comment here. You know, having a lot of friends on Facebook or Instagram, social media, don't mean you got a lot of friends in real life. And I think people need to understand that, because just because somebody clicked the friend button or the like button on your thing, you don't know them. Like, man, I walk through here, I go to Walmart and see somebody who's supposed to be my friend on Facebook, won't even speak. Like, they don't even know me or whatever. But then I post something on Facebook and they liking and commenting and all that stuff, man. So what's y'all opinions on that?
I tell people all the time, I know who my friends are. You know what I'm saying? I got a short list of people who my friends. You know, and truth be told, the people who are my friends, I done known them since middle school or elementary school. They're the true people who my friends. And other than that, I might have, you know, I got a couple thousand followers on Instagram and Twitter or whatever, but that don't, I ain't got a couple thousand friends. You know what I'm saying? So just because you can follow or subscribe or whatever, nah, that friend stuff, man, people got to reevaluate that word. Well, they not reevaluate it. They got to really look and see what that word means, man. Friend, that's something serious enough for me to say you my friend. And so, I definitely don't take for granted my Facebook followers and call them friends.
What's up? Yeah,
Man, you cannot equate Facebook to real life in no kind of way. No kind of way. I don't, when I was on Facebook, man, it was just for me, it was for the comedy. I got a good laugh out of everybody that was rich, everybody that was a gangster, everybody that had this big old house and these imaginary things. So I just take it for what it is, man. It's Facebook, it's entertainment, it's social media or whatever. Man, have your fun with it, but don't let that roll over to your real life, man. You'll look like a clown out here in society in the real world.
Yeah, you ain't never lied about that. Yeah, I mean, I got plenty of friends all over the place, but at the end of the day, there's a difference between let me retract that. I got associates all over the place.
Yeah.
My friends is like you said, a smaller circle. Like you say, people I've known for years, people I've been through things with, people I've blood, sweat, and tears with. You know, whether it was in the street or on the field or on the court or even on the track. You know what I'm saying? Like, those are my friends. You know what I'm saying? But like my associate, man, like you say, you see them everywhere. You know, and then the thing that's so funny is, you know, as an associate, and you know, it's literally strictly a Facebook friend or a social media friend because the first thing they comment on is your last post. It's like they don't come up to you and be like, "Oh, what's good, Sly? How you been doing, man? Yada yada yada." It's gonna be, "Oh, what's up, Sly? Man, I seen you was in the metro the other day, dog." Like, seriously? like you thinking that you know me, but you basing everything that you basing it off of is social media.
Yeah.
And like I said, you posted you was in the metro. You was in the metro 2 weeks ago, but you just posted it yesterday. And here comes this man talking, "Oh man, I see you was in the metro." Like, come on, dude, seriously. Like that's your only angle. That's the only thing you can think about to say to me. So like you say, you a Facebook what they call it, follow.
Facebook stuff. Yeah,
Right,
sure,
exactly.
man.
You know, so like I said, it's nothing to take, there's nothing to feel no way about, because even with the birthdays, like I respect the ones who send me a DM and say happy birthday. Happy birthday, dog, you know what I'm saying? Enjoy yourself. Because once it gets started on your line, on your timeline, everybody gonna jump on the bandwagon.
Yeah, for sure.
Now, I ain't gonna lie, I do appreciate all the little messages on my birthday. Make me feel good. Make me feel good.
Right. I feel, but you probably really appreciate it if somebody jumped to your DM and was like, "Yo, Sly, man, I hope you're doing good on your 45th birthday." You know what I'm saying?
Of course.
So, like I say, it's like you say, you enjoy it. Like I say, you enjoy the timeline, but like I say, I take it a little bit more sincere when it's a DM, or if you even text me because you got my phone number. You text me happy birthday or call me and say happy birthday. You know what I'm saying? So I appreciate that more. But you know, like I say, take it with a grain of salt.
Yeah, I say happy birthday to everybody on Facebook, but if I really roll with you, I'm gonna text you, call you, DM you at least for sure.
Yeah.
All right.
Hey, hold on. Shout out to Tim Brown and Anton Bennett, two 85. Two Rip 28 podcast hosts and associates. Their birthday was a couple days ago.
Hey, I know the 85 South Show podcast. I know they appreciate that free plug you just gave them.
My bad.
It's all good. Hey, they can get us on. We can get on there. It's all good. Hey, but man, winding it down, man. There's a lot of false info out there, man. I ain't seen lately, but you know, it was at a point in time where you'd be like, all right, Denzel Washington died. They said that on Facebook or something like that, and then you'd be like, man, that jug is fake as a mud. You know what I mean? I'm like, dang, like folks out here really seriously want that much attention that they would fake somebody's death be on social media. And I think that's just some crazy stuff right there, man. So, I mean, not just that, but it's a whole bunch of stuff out there where you just like, you can't believe everything that you see on there. But my last question, I'm going to wind it down. I'm going to let everybody else respond. So overall, is social media a good thing and a bad thing, or what's the pros and cons to you?
Well, being a high school coach, the good thing about it, man, is like with us, we used to have to make our highlight film go in, take plays away, and do all this. Now, you just put your game on social media, and every coach across the nation can see it. And like guys that are not in the same city with you, like Sylvester and Dre and Chance, y'all been away. It's a good way to stay in contact with your old classmates, your old teammates, and like you said earlier, the advertising that you can do on it. Every fourth post is an ad, as you said in your earlier information. Man, it's just those things are great, but the negative side is some of the things we talked about, the bullying for kids, the over exaggeration, the lies, and the keyboard gangsters. But it's all about how you use it and how mature and responsible you are.
What's up?
Yeah,
All right.
yeah. I think social media, man, it's good and bad, man. You know, it's two sides of the scale. But I think overall, I think we're in a better place because of it. You know, and harping on what LeBron said, to me, it's great. It's great for me to keep in touch with some of my old friends. You know, because of social media, I can look online and I can see Chance post something to his daughters, you know, setting records, running track. You know what I'm saying? Whereas, you know, if it wasn't for social media, Chance might call me up, well, hey, my daughter just broke the record. I was like, nah, you lying, get off my phone. Keep it moving. You know what I'm saying? You know, but the fact though, I can see him at a track meet. I remember one time Chance went live at a track meet when his daughter was running, or maybe he ain't go live, maybe he was showing the video, and I'm sitting up there rooting in the stands. You know what I'm saying? I'm sitting up there rooting on my phone like I'm in the stands with him. And you know, it's good that you can hear your brother, you can hear him, you hear the excitement in his voice as he rooting on his kid. And it's like, wow, man, that, you know, that just, you know, it ain't my daughter, but I feel like it, you know, it's my kinfolk out there running too. And that's just because of what social media, you know, that's one of the great things about social media. And I love it. I just think it's great. You know, everything got bad things to it, but I would never give it away. Never give it away.
You know, we all family up in here, bro.
Yeah, like you said, it's definitely. I mean, it's like you say, it's a gazillion more positives than it is negatives that's coming out of. You know, I mean, we can all talk about, you know, you know, like we was talking about people dating through social media. You know, there's been some guys who, you know, who met these girls and does some terrible things to them. You know, there's some girls who set up some guys for some terrible things to happen to them. You know, but what really outweighs that is people who, like, you know, people who have like lost communication with each other and reunited, not even turned out and got married from it, or, you know, an old friend, like you said, you reconnected through social media, and now y'all catching up, and y'all, you know, now y'all got, you know, each other's phone numbers, and now y'all won't lose each other again, or college roommates, whatever the case may be. You can reconnect with people from all over the place, people that you might have only seen one good time, and you was like, man, I wish I could see old girl again, or catch up with old buddy, man, I was having them drinks with at the bar, and you just so happen that y'all might like the same post, or y'all might actually know the same person, and bam, there this person go. You know, so it's definitely a beautiful thing, an amazing thing. You know, like you say, you can use it to, you know, for advertising. You can use it to pretty much start your own business, small business, big business, whatever. You could use it for a multitude of reasons. But at the end of the day, like you say, it's all about what you make out of it. You can make it a positive, you can make it a negative. You can make it entertainment, or you can make it a outlet for you to vent, you know. So, like I say, it's more positive than negative in social media, and it's definitely here to stay. It ain't going nowhere. by no means necessary. If anything, it's going to grow and turn into the even bigger monster than it is today. But, I mean, it's here to stay. And I mean, like I say, everybody's already adjusted to it. Like you say, 75% of human beings is dealing with it. So, I mean, I give or take 10 years, that number probably will increase to 85%, if not 90%. You know, it's almost going to be like you living under a rock if you ain't got social media. So, it's a good thing. But I will say this. R.I.P. my dog Kobe, because I swore I was hoping it was fake news when I saw it. And it hurt my heart when I found it was real news.
Yeah,
so,
that was tough. That was tough for
Yeah,
sure.
I definitely
I
found
see
that out through
LB
social
got that
media.
Laker hat on. Hey, I ain't no
Yes,
Laker
sir.
fan, but Kobe had a big influence on everybody, man, for sure. And I think he was going to do some big things after his career, for sure. But my last comments on this is, I think it's all about who you really are, because I think to some extent it shows your true colors. Because like you said, like with the cyberbullying and all that stuff, people want to say or do all the stuff they really think, but they ain't got the courage to say in real life. So they can use that outlet on social media to say what they want to say. And I just think, it can be used for good or it can be used for evil or anything, but I can tell for the most part, what kind of person you are, who you are, I think. But that's all we got, man. I don't have any more questions today. I think we've been on it for a good little minute, so we're gonna wrap it up. Peace and blessings and love to everybody out there, man. We finna represent. We finna get this song back from Hero back on and let everybody hear it. Make sure y'all subscribe to the Rip 28 podcast on YouTube and Spotify. And as time goes on, we'll add more social media outlets and all that stuff, man. So y'all just keep it moving. Appreciate y'all tuning in. Love everybody out there, man. And it's on. Peace.
Free to fly, free from my pain, got me like, yo, free to live my life. All youngins, y'all hear my advice. No, you gotta have free so I can live my dreams into the sky and I can hear my scream. Know what I mean? Yo, let freedom ring. Tell my people, let freedom ring. Yo, shit, and look at why I say it. Free to fly through from my pain, got me like, yo, free to live my life. All young and y'all hit my advice. Know you gotta have free so I can live my dreams. Look to the sky, and I can hear my screen. Know what I mean? Let freedom ring. Some people let freedom ring. Yo,